It's crazy out there right now. Builds are taking ages, delayed, left, right and center. You know, you watch Grand Designs and it's like, it took literally 4 years. With this build here, we started last July and we handed it over 2 weeks ago to our client. He's wrapped with the progress. In that time frame, we also had a lockdown, we had a Christmas shutdown period, and we had delays on materials. Let's take a look. Back in July, we started off stringing out the building. So here we are, we were spraying out for the piles. Digger driver comes in and we drilled down 3 meters on that front edge. So we started boxing out the slab, subfloor drains. So the slab is the part where we get it out of the ground and we get it on. It kicks off the job. It gets you started. And we poured the slab on the 10th of August, and then boom, literally 7 days later, lockdown hits. It was 2 weeks trapped at home, no action on site. So, well, not only was it the 2 weeks that lockdown shut, but it was like the trickle effect of lots and lots of businesses just getting up and running, shortage of materials. Part of the problem with this lockdown was that down here in Wellington and the rest of the country, we got out, but Auckland remained in lockdown for 3 months. A lot of businesses up there took a long time to open and start operating again. Anyway, we got back to work. We had the frames ordered before lockdown hit. We got the trusses sorted out after lockdown. So where Jeff's got that cathedral ceiling and then he's got a window to match, we had to put a big metal beam in there. So then our next milestone was around the 15th of September. We got the roof on, got it laid. You've now got a covered dry surface. We couldn't get timber fascia, and all our jobs at the time were using timber fascia. If this is your roof, it's like this little board that goes around the edge of your roof. We made the decision to switch to metal, and Jeff's job was one of the first where we had to ring up Jeff and say, hey Jeff, would you like to switch to this product? If you can, we can get a guy there tomorrow. We've got a window of opportunity. So this is a great example of like how builder, supplier, client all working together, and it meant that we could smash out that roof. We talked to Jeff later on in the build about what helped him make his mind up about that decision and not agonizing about it too much. And Jeff's thoughts are right here.
Do I even know what that is at my current house? And naturally, I'd never given the fascia board a second thought at home, so then what difference would it really make here?
Once the roof's on, we can work on waterproofing the rest of the build. We do that with cladding, and that's going on now. We used a mix of James Hardy linear oblique running vertical, and we also had some horizontal weatherboard that we'd ordered months earlier and I'd been holding in the yard. This is the timber weatherboard, very similar to the product I used on my house. I ordered and received the delivery for this weatherboard before we even put concrete foundations down. That's how far ahead we were having to book stuff. Although it's 10 minutes out of the city, it's what would be classed as semi-rural. It's on tank water, it's on a septic system. It can seem like out of nowhere, lots of things have happened really quick. It's a bit deceiving because that discounts the amount of work that's been done behind the scenes, the amount of preparation and lining everything up. So then like, boom, you can hit it, and out of nowhere, there's frames, and then there's a roof, and then there's weatherboard. The builders go back to doing like the real detail work, and it takes a while again. Aircon for central heating, sparkies come in, plumbing is in, Jeff is in. Part of that August lockdown is we had some crazy delays. We got the window doors and framing, but we couldn't get hinges and handles. The units were getting sent to site with bits and pieces. So our window supplier was doing what they had to keep the job moving, and we really appreciate that because it meant that we could crack on with cladding, get the house closed in, got it insulated. This was when there was a shortage on pink bats as well. Because the subbies before installation got all their stuff done, it meant we could pounce on an installation video. It meant that we could pounce on an installation spot that someone else couldn't use, and we got our job cracking. In the middle of November, we started jibbing. We ordered jib in 2 lots. Got the ceilings sorted, got the ceilings plastered, came back, did the walls, got the walls plastered. Jeff did some epic feature painting himself after we'd come in and done a base over everything. Personally, I love it. Like, he's really put his own touch on every room. The outside happens really quick. Once we get to the inside of the house, it really is like this person, then this person, then this person, then this person, and they all rely on each other, and a delay here has a trickle effect to all of them. Here we had a tiled shower, we had a fireplace, the septic hookup. If this was in a traditional subdivision, we would have eliminated to some of these steps and they all reduce a week here and there. Obviously we try and put flooring in right at the end because builders and their boots don't mix with finished floors. At this point the house is like 90% done, but it's that last 10% of like shower glass in, bench tops in, and then you can't do your final fit off for your sparky and your plumber until the bench tops are in. And so you've just kind of got to keep it moving. Final clean. Josh is working hard. We're in end of March. If you're in the Hutt Valley, you liked what happened here and you want that to be your dream build, reach out to us. Let's start talking about design, costs, plans, process. We would love to build your home. There are delays. It is a big stressful process, but it's not as daunting as you think. And as you've seen here, it doesn't have to be a Grand Designs horror story to have a nice home in a beautiful spot.